In February of 1936, the Popular Front, a coalition of leftist parties, won the general elections in Spain by a very thin margin. It formed a tenuous government, and the country plunged into chaos. Workers went on strike, churches were burnt, civil disorder was widespread, and political murders became commonplace. The murder of monarchist leader José Calvo Sotelo by leftist members of the government assault guards stirred rightist extremists into action. The government was powerless to control the leftist groups claiming for more rights, and the right-wing radical groups calling for a return to the old Spain. Conservative military leaders, fearing that the government would fall into communist hands, planned a coup. On the night of July 17, 1936, military forces in Spanish Morocco took over the main towns and cities of that Spanish colony. General Francisco Franco took control of the rebel army of Africa 2 days later. The Republican government, on the other hand, was unable to quell the military rebellion nor control the leftist groups, and provided weapons to communist and anarchist worker unions in the defense of the Republic. The military uprising, poorly coordinated, failed to take control of most major cities in Spain. The important urban centers of Bilbao, Barcelona, Valencia, and the capital, Madrid, all remained in the hands of the government. Only Sevilla in Andalusia was lost to the military rebels who called themselves nationalists. Franco, aided by Hitler and Mussolini, was able to quickly airlift his African army, composed of veteran soldiers and elite Moroccan regulares, into the peninsula on German and Italian transport aircraft. The Army of Africa was able to quickly seize the southern region of Andalusia and link with the nationalists in central Spain. By August of 1936, Spain was divided into two zones. The Spanish Republic, however, was itself divided in two areas. The Basque Country and Santander were isolated from the principal Republican zone. Thus, the nationalists had a central position in the Spanish peninsula, with front lines near the capital, Madrid. Franco made preparations to capture Madrid right away. To the defense of Madrid came thousands of volunteers from various countries. The defenders coined the slogan, "No pasarán," they shall not pass. During October and November of 1936, the nationalists relentlessly attacked Madrid. The attackers reached the outskirts of the city, but suffered heavy casualties in the fighting. Franco had to call off the attack. Franco devised a new plan, an offensive to the south of Madrid for the purpose of cutting the capital's only communication with Valencia. In what became known as the Battle of the Jarama River, the nationalists attacked heavily defended Republican positions, suffering again very heavy losses in combat during January and February of 1937. The Jarama offensive significantly dwindled the nationalist offensive capabilities. The CTV, Corpo de Troppo Volontaire, or Volunteer Troop Corps, was an Italian formation of regular Italian army soldiers and volunteers, known as the Black Shirts. It was instrumental in the capture of the Andalusian port of Malaga in February of 1937. Mussolini now insisted in his troops having a more important role in the war, and Franco was in no position to refuse his help. Thus, the CTV was tasked with leading the next attack to surround the capital. The plan was to attack to the east of Madrid and capture a city that would allow the nationalists to outflank and eventually encircle the capital. The name of the offensive's objective was Guadalajara.